because giving truly brings happiness to you. At least it does for me. Well, hello, Royals. It's Duchess DJ Love, host of Gallivanting Like a Royal. And tonight's show is about dementia travel tips, navigating travel with the loved one who has dementia. If you follow my journey, you know that my mother, Lady Lexie, has suffered with dementia for over a decade. But that has not stopped us with my love of passion to travel and her love and passion for travel. We do it. I can tell you it's not easy. It can be very stressful at times on both of us, me, the caregiver, and her, the patient, but it's doable. So that's what we want to discuss this evening. Give you hope if you have a loved one and you want to go travel this Thanksgiving or Christmas, winter holiday to see your loved ones. It's in another state and you want to take, someone that's suffering with a memory disorder with you. Just know you can do it. It takes a little planning, I would say, do a dry run practice first. And I'll give you some tips and I'll share with you yesterday my travel nightmare that I experienced personally and let you know some of the lessons that I've learned over the years because, like I say, my love and passion for travel is not going to stop me from going. And my mom has always loved to travel too, and she wanted to see the world. So we're going to see the world. Yes, it's difficult at times, but hey, it's that quality time with your loved one that matters. Those memories you'll always have. Like I say, don't die with dreams, die with memories, special memories that just make your heart smile whenever you think on them. Because that's what life is about, our cherished memories and sharing it with love, with love and our loved ones. And you know me, I'm all about the love. Duchess DJ Love, host of Gallivanting Like a Royal, where we discuss travel inspiration and how to live a royal lifestyle. Again, Royals, thank you for joining me this evening. It's an honor to be with you. And for the audience on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, Google Play, Android TV, a whole of different other channels, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're watching from. Oh, my website, it's streaming there too. Thank you. And you can always go to gallivantinglikearoyal.com, which is my website, to be in the know. Keep up with the upcoming episodes, my blogs that I post, there's different things I post on that website. So go to it, check it out. Subscribe, please, to gallivantinglikearoyal.com and make me smile even bigger. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, I was going to discuss a little bit about my fall lineup. That's going to be probably starting next week. I'm not sure what I'm going to have for you next week yet, but I'm working on it. And the reason I'm not sure, Royals, is because I want to have my second book, Money Matters, published on September 24th, like I did Traveltude. So that is the goal, is to have my second book published on the same day. Let's see if I can get a good photo here. We can strike a pose. Let's see here. I'm not good with this technology. I'm still learning how to do all this, Royal. So, thank you for bearing with me and let me practice. And like I say, this is not my strong suit. This is not my forte. I'm more of your financial girl. I can tell you how to make money better than I can run a show, but I'm called to do this, so I'm doing it. And that's my book, Travel To. Oh, and it's in colors, got color photos, travel tips. You got reflection space to journal. You got inspirational quotes, travel tips. I mean, hey, photos that I took, tidbits from my upcoming books that I plan to publish as well. Again, life has threw me a curveball this year in 2023. It's not been my year. But you know what? I go on anyway. And I come on here afraid, shaking sometimes, not knowing what to say. And you can tell I stumble on my words. Now, if someone asks me questions, I'm really poised and I can do it. But me being the host and leading the show, I must say it really, brings out my insecurities. And I'm truly an introverted heart, so I got to be extroverted here for this. And it's tough. There's some days I'm really good and I'm right on key and everything. Then there's those days, And since we had such a tough day traveling yesterday, then when we finally got settled, the power went out for 2 hours. So that kind of messed with things a little bit too. And so my sleep was not well. I was concerned about my mom because we were traveling. I didn't know how she would rest in a different environment. Will she know where the restroom's at? So I didn't sleep well. So if see little bags under my eyes, hey, did the best I could with my magic makeup, as I call it. And I will share more on the products that I use to make me look so youthful in an episode coming up too. But let's get back to dementia travel. And I always say plan and have a plan B and maybe even a plan C because things do not go according to plan. And for me, when I travel with my mom, I like to give her snacks in between meals. Not necessarily that she's hungry or needs it, but I find that it keeps her mind sharp. It keeps her focused and engaged. And she likes to read the road signs as we're going along. And I can tell when she starts saying, you can turn here, you can turn there, you can turn here. That means either she needs a restroom, she's wanting something to eat, or she needs to stretch her legs, or maybe she's got a headache or something's going on. So that means we need to stop and pause and, see what's going on with Lady Lexie. You learn the cues that are given to you. And, that's where observation comes to play. My dad just says I do wonders with my mom because with her, I guess, deep stage of dementia, we're lucky that she's even, cognitive enough to do the things that we do. But we walk. When we travel, like every 2 hours, we'll stop, whether we need to or not, walk around the gas station, a park, the rest area, whatever. When we're flying, we always get a lot of walking in the airport. So these are just things that she's used to. We do things that she's used to. Like I like to take her clothes, her favorite clothes, whether we have to wash them and wear them a whole week, but she's comfortable with those. That gives her comfort. She has a teddy bear with her that we call Baby Love. So Baby Love goes with us a lot of places. Oh, Baby Love is a teddy bear, big teddy bear. So, he gets his own suitcase. And sometimes he's a he, sometimes he's a she. So you also can tell if the teddy bear is a he or teddy bear is a she, how Lady Lexie's feeling. Those are cues they have picked up on. Another thing you can pick up on with is their eating habits. If their eating habits change or they should be hungry and they don't want anything and they push aside and all they're doing is drinking, or just messing with whatever, the clothes, whatever. Everybody has something different I call it their little hang up. Anyway, it's something that they do. Like my mom picks lint. She's constantly picking lint off the clothes. These little things are cues for you to know that something's not quite right with your loved one that has the memory disorder. So these are things to look for. And I would say just observe them. I know we all have busy lives and don't have time, but if you're going to travel with someone with a memory disorder, you need to observe their habits 24 hours. And they all have better times of the day than others. So find out what is their best time of day and begin your travel at that time. Like my mom is not a morning person. No. Like this morning, she slept into almost 11 o'clock. But then again, we had a hectic day yesterday. I'll get into that in a little bit. But you pick up on their cues. Some people get up real early. If they're an early bird person, then you need to get up whether you're an early bird person or not and begin your travel with them on their schedule. And just understand, they're going to get frustrated. They're going to be agitated. They're going to get angry, they might even throw a tantrum. My mom had a little bit of that in the airport yesterday, but there were reasons for it. And I'm used to it. So it's kind of like you learn the ways to calm them down. And I'll just look her in the eyes, put my hand on her face and rub her cheeks and say, Mom, it's me. You know I take care of you. Snap out of it. You got to listen to me. I'm not asking you to do something that's not for your own good. And you talk to them at a low, even voice and look them right in their eyes. And I don't know what happens. You give her like 5 minutes and boom, she's back to what I call the big girl versus the little baby girl. So these are just my tips, and I'm going to share some others with you. But traveling with dementia, Alzheimer's, different stages, yes, it can be very stressful. You have to know how to manage it. You have to know how to manage your stressors when they upset you and pull them, because they can't help it. And again, the biggest thing is to observe whoever you're with. Know their habits. Know how often they go to the restroom. Kind of have a mental track. If you're traveling for 3 hours and you know it's about time, pull over. You can ask them. Like my mom said, no, I don't need to go. Ask her again. No, I don't need to go. And it's like, okay, it's going to be 2 hours before we can stop again. And she'll just kind of look at me. It's beginning to register now. Maybe I need to go, because she's thinking, oh, we're going to be only gone a few minutes. I can go when I get back home. So see, they don't understand when you're going. They want to go on a trip, but they don't understand how long you're going to be gone. So I basically drag her in the restroom with me and say, hey, come on. I got to go. You got to go. Whether I have to go or not, hey, these are things we have to do to get her to eat. Sometimes I say, hey, I don't want to eat by myself. Please, you got to eat with me. I know you're not hungry, but please eat with me so I don't have to eat by myself. These little tricks work. Because once they get to eating, then they hungry and they know they got to eat. Or if they go to the restroom, they don't think they have to go, but then when they get there, it's like, oh, yeah. And it's like, you can tell, well, we couldn't probably wait another 30 minutes. That kind of thing. My fall lineup, though, I'm going to get off topic for just a little bit. I'm so excited about, because I have some wonderful guests. Not that my guests in the past have not been wonderful, but I'm trying to up this a little bit, make it a little bit more royal, a little bit more grander, so you can get more out of it, my viewers. So I'm looking for things that can help you. Yes, we're going to continue talking about travel. Hey, that's my passion. I said it before. I'm going to say it again over and over and over. Traveling opens doors that you didn't know needed opening. Quote by yours truly right here. So, hey, you're going to hear a lot about travel. But my special guest this fall, one's a marketing expert. Hey, if you have an online business or any kind of business, you want some tips, this person can help you out. I got 2 transformational coaches, and both of them are into beauty products to make you look absolutely gorgeous. Hey, I've tried some samples, so look at me. Let me see. I forgot all we have now. We have someone that's lost a lot of weight that can give you some help tips. We have an African safari guide that can, if you want to go to Africa, take one of those safaris or go see the waterfalls, or Africa's so beautiful. Got a tour guide that can tell you all about it. Now, I did and have met the beautiful lady from Santorini, Greece, that is going to be on my show as well. She's going to share a little bit about her home, Santorini. She's coming up on a future episode. It's just a great lineup this fall. I'm so proud of my guest. Oh, one's a hemp builder expert. Well, not expert, I should say, but she's getting to be an expert, but she wants to build homes with hemp. Who knew? And she was telling me about, you can get clothes made out of hemp, and they're very sustainable. And you know what? They're durable, which is the big thing. And we got to think about new ways of living and, make this Mother Earth of ours a little bit better. Kind of got in the background here to remind you that. And I got my suitcase to let you know, hey, we travel. Let's travel. Travel with Duchess DJ Love. So I'm very excited about my fall lineup of my guests. I had planned on having you some little slides to show you. Here's their names. Here's what they look like. A little bit about them. But since my travel plans did not go as planned yesterday, that's not happening. But we will do that maybe on a future episode. Maybe I can do each week the next guest. I can put up their photo, tell a little bit about them, maybe even let you hear a video clip of what they're going to be talking about. Because that's how I want this to be. I want this to be a truly great show. I want it to sparkle. I want it to be magical. And I want you to get something out of it. That's what it's all about. Sharing the love with you and share the love back with me. I love comments. You can join me on my Facebook page at Duchess DJ Travels, gallivanting like a royal, of course. My YouTube channel, Duchess DJ Travels, gallivanting like a royal. My website, gallivanting like a royal. You kind of getting the picture here now. That's how come I wear the crown. Is because we're all royal by our birthright. It doesn't matter what family you're born into, what your circumstances are. You're a royal, and you're meant to live a royal lifestyle. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to give you tips on how to make your life a little bit better. That's how come I'm putting out the book, Money Matters, Make Your Money Work for You. See, this has been so natural and routine for me over the years. I just think all of y'all know my secrets. And I didn't know they were secrets. I just figured what I know, everybody else knows, because I don't consider myself any special or any better than you. Hey, that's how come I'm a duchess. I'm not a princess nor a queen. A princess is too entitled and a queen is too proper. And you can tell by the way I talk. Not proper. But I get the message across, and I share the love with you because I love you. There's 8 million people out there that need love, and I'm giving love to all 8 million of you. So I'm excited about my royal lineup this fall. I'm very excited about it. You'll have to tune in each week. And if you miss it, then you'll have to go back to the replay. So I may come back and touch on this in a little bit. I kind of get mixed up in every now and again because I forget what I say. I'm nervous. I'm be honest with you. I'm nervous here. So, give me a little grace and a little love. Send me some love. So back to my mom. We had a trip lined up yesterday. And this is the first time that we were traveling that everything seemed to be going smooth. I mean, I was like, oh, wow, this is going to be the best trip yet. No, it didn't happen that way. So I'm going to share more of that with you in just a moment. But hey, since I talked about money matters, I might have show you a little money magic clip. Hold on. Stand by. Okay, Royals, we're back. And I'd like to give a big shout out to the spectacular Shannon for watching this evening. If you missed our episode last week on cruise tips, she's an expert cruiser. She has plenty of tips for you. We just covered the basic cruise tips for a first-time cruiser, but we're going to go into more detail for you seasoned cruisers, with things you might want to think about that you haven't thought about, just little tidbits that I think help me when I go on a cruise. And like I say, Miss Shannon has been on plenty of cruises over the years. Like I say, she started when she was a baby, so she's got years of experience with this. So go back and check out that episode. You can go to gallivantinglikearoyal.com and read the blog on it, and it gives you the video where you can watch on replay. So back to my dementia travel tips. Again, pack lightly. Don't take a whole lot of clothes for your loved one who's suffering from the memory disorder. Pack just a few simple things that they're used to that gives them comfort. It doesn't disrupt their world. If they have a favorite cup that they drink out of, it may be a hassle to pack, or you don't want to, but take that cup. That's like a safety net. Take it. So like I say, these are the things I do with my mom. She has a certain little cup she likes. We take the cup. Like I say, teddy bear, we take the Mr. Teddy Bear. He goes with us. Like I say, if he's she's feeling one way. If it's she's feeling another way. Those are my cues to figure out, something's not quite right here. And again, they're going to get agitated. They're going to get upset because this is new to them, even though they may have done it 1,000 times in the past. Their stage of Alzheimer's or dementia, or whatever is going on with them, it may make them uncomfortable. Who knows what it does to the chemistry in your body when they're upset. I notice my mom, gets real anxious when she's in a foreign place or if it's too noisy. Be careful about that too. If places are very noisy or there's too much action going on, try to take them to an area where it's a little bit quieter and not as much going on. Like when we travel flying, we like to go to the Admirals Club because it's not as many people, it's quieter. It's she can sit down in comfortable seats where not so much stuff's going on. People just busy, bumping into each other. This gives her a little bit more peace. Plus, they have snacks. Hey, who don't want a snack or a drink? Though I can get her something to snack on while we're waiting. So that's a good plus. And back to my trip yesterday. Again, I thought this was going to be our best flight ever. This is how good it had started. So we get to the airport on time, no traffic. It was just flowing. She was doing well. She was happy. She was ready to go. She was excited. Usually kind of have to talk her into, hey, we're going to be gone for a while. I prep her in advance to let her know. I'll tell her like weeks in advance, hey, we're going to be taking a trip. We're going to be taking a trip. Aren't you excited? Aren't you excited? But it's not right now. And then then like the day before I go, hey, now tomorrow we're going to be leaving. We're going to be getting up at a certain time. We're going to be doing stuff. Even though she may not remember, I kind of want to plant that in her because maybe up here somewhere or another, it will give her some comfort when we go. Maybe that thought or memory will pop back in. So that's the way it was yesterday. Everything was going great. I was like, yes, get to the airport, park. Boom, get right in. And just something that I like to do, even though I have the tickets on my app, even take a photo of the app so in case the internet, whatever, the phone don't work, I can easily pick up a picture. But I like to have a paper ticket too. I give my mom both of them. So that way it's got my name on it. It's got her name on it. So if we get, separated somehow, she's got paper with my name and her name with our seats beside each other. So maybe someone will be smart enough to figure out, hey, let's find this person or call them on the loudspeaker. That's the come I like the paper tickets. That way she puts one in each pocket because she likes paper. So, hey, she's going to hang on tight to those paper tickets. Those are like money to her. So when I print them, was going to try to print them at the kiosk, kept getting an error. I'm thinking, what's wrong? We already checked in, so it's like, okay, I know, but I can still print my, my boarding pass. So it's like, okay, we'll go into the lounge door. So we go through security, which was a breeze. Like I say, it was going good. I should have picked up on the boarding pass thing, but I didn't let it deter me. So, hey, just a hiccup. So we get into the lounge and I'm asking them, say, hey, I couldn't print my boarding pass, in the kiosk outside. Can you, print our boarding passes for us? She did, of course. She handed them to me. Somehow or another, my mom's seat had got moved to the back of the plane, somewhere else, way away from me. I have status people. I get better seats. So, yeah, I'm like, no. I paid for her to be right beside of me. So they go look at it and then they put her back. And then we get a ticket. I'm still not thinking anything's going on with this, okay? Same things happen. There's hiccups with the internet, the system, glitches, all kind of stuff going on. So we get settled. It's about time to board. So we're going on. And we get to the gate. I can tell she's getting a little restless now because all these people in the airport, there were delays yesterday for the storm up north, Lee doing something. And I don't know, but all of the delays where I was at in the sea terminal were all because of maintenance. So that kind of bothered me too. Like all these planes are delayed because of maintenance. Something's not going on here. You don't want to fly a plane that's had mechanical issues here. Hey, I want a safe plane. So I was getting a little nervous there with that, but I'm just thinking, hey, not my plane. We're getting ready to board. So I go up to the agent. I say, hey, I'm in group 2 because I'm priority, but I'm like, I want to pre-board early to get mom situated, because we're not flying first class today. Normally we fly first class. That's no big deal. But since we're not flying first class, I kind of want to get her calm, get her situated, get her back there. And we're not too far from first, but, just get her calm where we're sitting at. They told me, well, sorry to inform you, but it's going to be a while before we board. I'm like, why? We're supposed to be boarding like now. Yeah, but maintenance is on the plane talking to the pilots. There's some issues that they got to work out. It's going to be at least an hour delay. Oh, okay. By this time, mom's getting a little fidgety. She's getting that little girl mode. All these people and all this congestion, you can tell it's kind of bothering a little bit. So I'm looking around like, where can we sit at so I can give her some water, give her a snack, that normally calms her down, and just talk to her. The place is packed. There's nowhere to sit. So we're in C14. So I finally find a place that's not that far. It's like right across the section in C17. Find her a seat where she can sit. There was no room for me, but hey, take care of mom. And so I'm thinking, okay, they'll call us eventually when we get ready to board. And so she started acting up a little bit. And I'm thinking, oh boy, I need to calm her down. She wouldn't have, she didn't want to sit. She wouldn't want to stand. So I'm like, well, let's walk to the restroom. So we walked to the restroom, and that's where she really wanted to leave. She's like, okay, there's a door. We can leave. Let's go to the car. Let's go to the car. And so these are things with memory disorder people that you have to expect and know how to handle, because she was ready to dart out, just escape, do whatever you want to call it. She was ready to run. Hey, runaway bride, runaway Lexie here. Yeah. So I'm like, I get her calm, and I'm like, okay, we're going to be flying here in just a little bit. So you stay calm, you stay put. Remember, I take care of you. That's just, I'm going to take care of you, look after you. So, come on, focus here, calm down. So it took me a few minutes to get her calm, but I did. So we go back out, find her another seat to sit, because still I haven't gotten anything on my phone saying that the flight's going to be taken off or it hasn't been delayed anymore. And, I still see that there's nothing going on. So I sit her down. And then the next thing I know, I'm thinking, oh, this was my hour's almost up. So I say, please stay right here. Hold our luggage, because she's going to protect her stuff. Don't hold her luggage. Don't let nobody mess it. Don't nobody touch it. You stay right here and guard all this luggage. I'm going to go talk to the gate agent. I went and talked to the gate agent, and she's like, oh, we've already boarded that flight. And I'm thinking, here I am sitting. I can hear C12, C15, C16, C17, all of them announcing what's going on with theirs. But you hadn't said anything about C14 over this whole speaker system. And you're telling me you boarded the plane when I personally came and said that I have a dementia patient and we need to get her boarded first to get her on the plane? Oh, we're so sorry. So I'm like, oh boy. So we missed the flight. Hey, but I take it as maybe we're not meant to be on that flight. I always try to look at things, from a better perspective. I didn't let that phase me, so to speak. I'm like, okay, another hour, we'll get on the next flight, because from Charlotte to DFW, there's flights going back and forth like every hour and a half. So this one was delayed an hour, so it's like I only had to wait another hour. No biggie. Well, I forget about the planes being sold out, and there's no room on them. However, the agents were able to get us both on the next flight. However, there was only middle seats left. Okay. Think about this, a dementia patient sitting on a plane between two strangers. She does not know. You think she's going to fasten her seatbelt? I mean, you just don't know what obstacles this could cause. And I tried to explain to some people, hey, can you not ask some of the passengers, was anybody willing to, to swap with us, something, work something out? But that was a no-go. But I didn't let that phase me. I'm like, okay, we're on the next flight. We're going to get there. Pray, maybe this will be okay. She's been doing good so far. Let's just see how this goes. Okay. Ooh, deep breath. So it's time to board, and I'm asking this gate agent, is there any way that you can check if someone's not coming? You got a lot of standby people that you're going to place. Can you not move us together before you, put the standby folks, assign them a seat? The agent was not very friendly, not very helpful. Flat out told me, no. You have middle seats, tough. And I'm thinking, hey, look, I'm Platinum Pro. I have status. We had better seats, got our flight, I had mechanical issues, threw us off, missed it, whatever. Yeah, it may be my fault, but still, you should be able to work something out for us. I'm a loyal customer. Like I said, if you're going to be loyal, you got to be loyal. And I'm like, hey, I'm loyal here. Still didn't get me anywhere. But again, I didn't say anything else. My sweet little loving self, love to the world here. And I come back and I prepare mom. I said, hey, I'm going to be sitting behind you, but we're going to be together. I'm going to be right behind you. You can't see me, but I'm going to be behind you. I'll touch your head and every shoulder and talk to you a little bit, let you know it's going to be okay. She seemed to be okay with that. until we got on the plane. And then I won't sit beside her. That didn't go well. Well, first of all, all this chaos. We sit on the wrong side of the plane in different seats because we sat the seats that we previously had on the other plane. It was not on this one, which messed things up. So we got out of those because someone else said, you're in my seat. So then finally we get in our regular seats. An angel comes to my way. Of all the seats on this full flight, the seat beside my mom, whoever had that seat, 12C, did not show up. So guess what? I got her seat. I got to sit beside my mom. The flight went great. We got here on time. Oh, got to see a beautiful sunset. I mean, gorgeous sunset. I just couldn't get a picture of it because, we're in a car moving so fast and everything going by. But we got to see it. It was orangish red, a beautiful sunset. I did get the after photos when we left the rays going up like that, which just was phenomenal. But just to see that sun was just, I knew the lucky stars were looking out for me. But it didn't end after that, folks. We get to where we're going. Get settled. Lady Lexie's hungry now. We've been through the airport things. She's had some snacks. She needs some substance here. It's now like 8 o'clock. So we're getting ready to go get some food. And guess what? The power goes out for 2 hours. Yes. So that's how my day went yesterday. But lessons learned, I knew how to keep her calm. You just have to hang in there with it. I mean, that's life. Yes, thank you, Shannon. Praise the Lord. Yeah, it all worked out. And I was thinking about things to myself. I even told the flight attendant, I said, I got a show on this tomorrow. So I don't have to talk about hypothetical. I can speak on a real life situation that could have turned out really ugly. What if we didn't get to sit together? I'm not sure how my mom would have handled someone else telling her to buckle up her seat, or she's got to sit there. Or she'll be wanting to move here and get there and grab that. As when they're in that child mode, they don't really understand this is not your space. So I'm going to make sure from now on we don't miss our flights. I don't care what kind of issues are going on. We're going to figure out a way how to avoid that. So it's time for another commercial break. I got to have a little break here in all my talking. So thank you for listening. Oh, if you're just joining, I'm Duchess DJ Love, host of Gallivanting Like a Royal, where we discuss travel and inspiration and living a royal lifestyle. So stay tuned for a commercial right now. Woohoo, we'll be right back. I got to thank my sponsors too. I love my sponsors. Mwah. Hello, Royals. It's Duchess DJ Love here with Gallivanting Like a Royal. Just wanted to say hello, first of all. I hope you're doing well. And thank you for watching Gallivanting Like a Royal, where we discuss travel inspiration and how to live a royal lifestyle. So again, thank you for joining. I have a full hour planned for you tonight. Hello, Royals. Duchess DJ Love here.
Want to give another shout out to our sponsor before we close out. Do that now. And she's got a book coming out that's going to give you all kinds of great tips for travel, etc.
Hello, Royals. This is my book, Travel To by Duchess DJ Love. Me, your host of Gallivanting Like a Royal. You can purchase this book on Amazon or Barnes & Noble. Please support my journey and go to my website at gallivantinglikearoyal.com for more blogs, more insights, and updates on my featured shows. Hope you enjoy that. And by the way, this is the cover of my book on Amazon, Travel To. Slightly different cover at Barnes & Noble because I did these all by myself. So if you want to publish your own book without going through a publisher and editor, hey, I'm your girl. I can help you out. My books also come with a sister Travel To journal with line pages where you can journal, use it as a travel guide, resource, those kind of things. And again, Money Matters is coming out. I'm hoping it'll be published on September 24th if my week goes well. You never know about these things. And back to my fall lineup, one of my guests did a tarot card reading. So when you watch that episode, that reading will be for you. So it's kind of cool, the different things that our guests give to us while we're on air. You never know what to expect. And it's always something to make your life a little bit better. I got an interviewer guy that can help you if you have a show and make your interviews a little bit better. He's working with me. Hey, all the tips I can get. I like that. Have a graphics designer coming on to tell you a little bit more about that. How to, get an audience if you have an online business. And everyone should have, as I call it, a side hustle. You need to make your money work for you. You need to have multiple streams of income. And I talk about that more when my book is published. But some of the different things that you can invest your money in, you may not know. And when I say you need a budget, it's not necessarily you need to have this formal document that you put in every little thing, which is good for maybe a month so that you get an idea of where your money's going, how much is coming in, where you spend it. Because if you just spend it, you don't really know. You just know it's all gone and you don't have any. Okay, you don't know what all you bought. And that's the thing. Because you can, and I don't want to say sacrifice you have to do, but I like to change the mindset with what I say is like, okay, let's say I have a Starbucks coffee every day on the way to work. Okay, let's say that's $6. Okay, so 6 times 5 is $30 a week. Okay, how can I save a little bit of money? Just cut out one day. Maybe I brew my own coffee and take it in a thermal. Maybe I decide to drink water all day, have that as a clean day, because your health is your wealth. Take care of your health or you won't have no wealth. Okay. So just think it like that. And then it's like, okay, instead of saying, oh my God, I had to give up my coffee for the $6 to save, which is a negative impression to you and you'll never get anywhere with that. You got to say, I forego that coffee today. Look, I got savings now. I did something for my health. I drank water all day, or I drank a herbal tea. Switch it up and make it, oh, this is a great thing. You change the way you perceive what you're doing. So that's it. A lot of people think, oh, I got to give up something. Well, you do. If you want to be a success, you're not going to have microwave instant success. It takes years of hard work behind the background. You may not know about somebody until they all of a sudden get successful, but there's been years of preparation behind that person and what they have done to get there. And like with my show, I want to share with you how I'm doing it from the get-go. I don't have expertise in this. Everything I do, I'm learning. I'm creating my own reels, my own videos. You see, it's raw. It's me. Hey, I'm not prepared, coached how to do all this. I'm learning it. But the reason I'm learning is because when I do get successful, guess what? I can hire people to do those other things. But I want it to have my spin, my personality. I want you to understand where I'm coming from, get to know me, because this is what it's about. Duchess DJ Love, gallivanting like a royal, where I float around the world, on a budget. Hey, I don't spend a lot of money for the things that I do. There's tricks and tips that everyone can learn. And it's not where you have to purchase some club or, thing. There's really great, easy ways. You have to be financially responsible with a credit card to get a lot of perks, which is where I get a lot of freebies at, was my credit cards. Hey, I got to pay the water bill in. Why not swap that on the credit cards, Got to write a bill out for it, so just pay all those and write them out at one time. That makes me money. I get miles to fly for free. Hey, my water bill's paid. I had to pay it anyway. Why not? So these are just some of my tips that I'm going to be sharing. There's tax shields. You need to have a good tax accountant to help you with your side hustle, because that's really where you make your savings at. And then you can take that money that you save, that you didn't pay Uncle Sam to the IRS, take that lump that you would have paid, invest it. If you're new to investing, put it in the CD. Do it for 5 or 6 months, make a little bit of money, reinvest it. Do that way. Or start your side business. Everybody's got something that they're great at. If you have a side hustle, because you really need to have a stable income. I never tell people, do not quit your day job until it's paying you more than your real job. And I really say do that for a year, because when you start something new, you normally have a lot of interest. Then it kind of wanes down. So don't just go quit your day job when things are, unsettled. And two, you got to look at the economy. How the financial market's going. Hey, that plays in a lot if you're going to be successful, because 90% of businesses fail. 90%. Think about that. 90%. So you have to get into something and say, I'm in it for the long haul. The same way if you want to be a millionaire, you have to decide, I'm doing this for the long term. And yes, I'm going to cut out the things and do some sacrificing, but switch that mindset and say, I'm doing it for a better me. Look what I'm getting instead of that. You got to put that spin on it, because you got to trick the mind and say, this is what's happening here. Because really having money is in the psychology of your mind, because we all can do it. And you wonder why come so many aren't. Think of the 150 that I graduated with from high school with. I wonder how many of them are millionaires. I'd probably say maybe 10. We all got the same education. We all grew up in a small little town together. Why are some of us successful and the others not? Some of them were even way smarter than me. But I'm going to share a little bit about my background in my book and Money Matters, so you can see examples of what I did, what my family did, what my mom and dad taught me. Your mom and dad may not have taught you financial principles or money saving tips like mine did. But it's not too late to start. If you're a young person, put what I tell you into action. If you're a mom or dad and got kids, teach your kids as they're growing up. If you're a grandparent, it's still not too late for you, but you can teach your grandkids. You can set an example. And that's what it's all about. Hi, Ben. Thank you for watching. But I give you my journey as an example of how me and my family started. And like I say, I qualified for free lunch. So it tells you we didn't have any money. Okay. So that was kind of embarrassing for me. So I will tell you the challenges as a child that I went through, the stigma of being a poor kid when everybody else around you had things. And the thing about it was, I didn't know I was poor. I thought that, we had a really good life until I got in high school, when people let me know, oh, you getting free lunch? And it's kind of like, don't mess with her, So these are some of the things that kids have to overcome. So we need to prepare them for that. And like my dad told me, forget those high school kids. 10 years down the road, you're not going to know half of them anyway. When you're going to be a success and they're not, who cares? They'll be looking at you like, oh, what does she do? And what she knows, I don't know. Exactly. Hey. Okay. But back to my dementia tips with Lady Lexie, where I'm learning a lot at. Pack patience. Even if it's just you traveling, pack patience. Because any kind of trip, there's going to be stressors. Things are not going to go according to plan. So, always have a plan B, a backup plan, an alternative, whatever. If they have medicines, make sure you know when they're supposed to take them, if they're supposed to take them with food, not with food, what time of day, blah, blah, blah. Make sure you know all that. And you may have a patient or a loved one that where you need to talk to a doctor and say, hey, we're going to take this trip, ask them for guidance. What do you think? You've been checking on them, giving them these meds or whatever. What's your advice? Ask that. Ask other relatives that know your loved one. What have you observed when we travel, or when they're out of their home? What have you noticed? Because see, people pick up on stuff that we don't think they pick up on. Ask. That's important. And talk to your loved one about it and say, hey, we're going on a trip. What do you think? See if they get agitated just by thinking about it. And if they do, you got to kind of prepare them. Take them on a little short drive and say, this is what it's going to be like. Prepare them. If the first time they've ever flown in an airplane, you got to go. Take them to the airport and just walk through the baggage area. You can get them comfortable with the airport scene. That's important. So, you can always walk around the baggage claim and just kind of let them get a feel of the airport. So it's like, oh, this is what this is, These are just tips to help make your travels a little bit better. And like I say, Lady Lexie loves to travel. We love to fly. We love seeing places, She's even got pretty good with striking those poses like me, hey. She can hold my selfie stick perfect for me now so that I can take some pictures and strike some poses too. So, we have fun with it. It's our quality time together. I know she's not going to always be with me. And I hate that her memory is like it is, but there's nothing I can do about that. But I can make our time together now great. I do what I can, She's my mom. I love her dearly. And I'm sure you loved your loved ones dearly too. You may not have known that you could travel with them. You may not think it's even possible, but it is. It takes a little work. And if you have some questions, chat me, ask me, we can talk about this. Because again, this is about living a royal life. Whatever kind of cards you're dealt, let's play them. We can always win with them. Hey, we have the power to choose and to win. And you're royal, and I love you. So I said again, I love you, royals. Thank you for watching. You make my day. I'm so grateful that I have this show. If you'd have told me last year I'd be doing this, I'd have laughed. You said, nope, not me. I can take 1,000 photos to get the perfect one that I like, but get me in front of a camera, no, not going to happen, folks. Not going to happen. But hey, here I am. So you never know what's in your future. I had no idea this was it. Yes, I had planned to retire and write travel blogs. I didn't really know what a travel blog was. I mean, I read them, of course, but I'm didn't know how to do it. Well, sure, I can write a blog and put it somewhere or another, give someone, hey, I'm here doing this kind of thing. But I didn't know that my travel tips people wanted to hear. They wanted to know where I go, what I do, because magical encounters do happen. I love that. You may think yesterday was not so much of a magical encounter, but think about that beautiful sunset that I told you I saw. I have not seen one ever in my entire life that spectacular. So, I mean, after all the hassle I went through at the end of the day, that's what I got. And then afterwards, though, something tried to steal that joy with the power going out for 2 hours, but we didn't even let that do it. We had that view of that beautiful sunset in my mind. And I'm so grateful for that. And we don't have much time left, so I'm going to show you another video. You know me, I love showing my travel videos. I hope you enjoy them because, hey, I'm going to show you my travel because you're going to get some travel inspiration. You're going to want to travel with Duchess DJ Love. Yes, because Duchess DJ travels. Yes, she does. And like I say, ask me questions. I don't mind. Follow me on my Facebook page at Duchess DJ Travels, Gallivanting Like a Royal. Always go to gallivantinglikearoyal.com. Follow, subscribe, stay in the know, keep up with things. And my goal is later on is to reward you for being a friend, a follower, that kind of thing. Because I have sponsors that's going to give us things to pass out. Hey, who don't want money? Christmas is coming, right? So yes, so a little travel inspiration. skills. I hope you've enjoyed this evening. I hope you've learned something with the dementia travel tips. There's a lot more I can go in detail with you on about traveling with someone with dementia, but the main thing is to keep them calm. And if there's something that gives them comfort, by all means, take it with you. You know, their comfort level is important. And, think of that. You get quality time with them. They're not going to always be here. You may not think they understand what you're saying, but if they know who you are, even though they can't tell you who you are, but they get comfort by being with you, then you're serving a purpose. You're making their life better. So think about that. It's not all about us sometimes. We got to be grateful for the things in life that we have, even when they're not going our way. Like yesterday, things were not going my way, but I was grateful that I had my mom. I was so grateful that she was a trooper and she hung in there with me. She did not fall apart. She did not throw tantrums. She had a little spell, but once she understood, hey, I'm going to take care of her, she was okay. And she's okay today. She slept in today because it wore her out. And I need to take a nap too. I'm a little bit on the tired side. But I'm going to go see if I can catch that sunset. But again, thank you for watching. Always love you. We'll show you one more video before we close out because it's getting close that time. You know me, I love my videos. So this is more to be in the present, to appreciate things, and appreciate yourself. Give yourself some love. Give yourself some grace. So what did you think of that? And again, I have some great guests coming from my fall lineup. I'm so excited about them. Some of them are maybe 10 minutes. Some of them may go 35 minutes. So, when the conversation is rolling, you don't want to stop with it. So this is how some of them went. Some of them were quick. They got their point across. But some of them, the conversation it was enticing. It was like, okay, I got to know more about this. And I know you're going to want to know more about it too. And probably I'll have these guests back on, another time, to learn a little bit more. We're having our special guest that I had from Australia back on. We're going to have a smile in a suitcase, a living nomad that roams the world, who I love her lifestyle, so I'm so grateful to have her back and hear more about her story. And I'm working on different people to get them on my show, because there's travel agents, there's travel businesses, there's cruise directors, there's different people out there that have businesses that we can learn from. And you never know, you may want to work with someone. You may need as I call it, a travel counselor. Like, I may be that one day. Like, you tell me, here's where I want to go. I find you the best deal. I prepare you with everything you may need to know to get there. That's kind of what this is about, to help people have the best travel experience they can have. And I want to help. I say, because I love the travel. That's been in me as a little girl. I fell in love with the Coca-Cola commercial that said, I like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I don't have the voice to sing, but you get the gist of it. That advertisement made such an impression on me as a child, because if I was going to teach this world how to sing and give them love and perfect harmony, as a poor kid, how was I going to do it if I couldn't see the world? So I knew the world was bigger than what I knew as a child. I just didn't know how to make it happen. But it was in me. It was placed in me as a desire to see this world and to give love everywhere I go. And that's what I'm going to do. So with all my travels, I try to share the love. Even when things are not going my way, I try to do something to make someone else's journey better, because I believe in karma, and what goes around comes around. So you give. You be grateful for the things you have in life, and you love other people. So that's about all I have for tonight. Lady Lexie is getting a little restless, so I probably need to go check on her. So I'm going to do our closing clip. And that'll be it. And then we'll come back on next week. I don't know what I have for next week. I don't know which guest I'm going to have. I might do a show on Money Matters and talk about my book if it meets the deadline, if it's published online. So there's some variables there, but I'm going to have something great for you, I promise. They'll see me. Hey, thank you. Hello, Royals. Duchess DJ Love here. Gallivanting like a roll.